Guys, I'm excited. I'm about to do something I've never done before. I'm getting a total wardrobe makeover. And you're probably wondering, Chris, why are you doing this? Well, one, I've been overspending on clothes that didn't fit, that weren't good quality. That's costly. And number two, there was a time when I went into work a few months ago and I dressed up nice, and all of a sudden I noticed people respected me more. I was turning heads, people were complimenting me. So today is about self-investment. I've got my buddy Travis White, who's a fashion expert, to help me out. Let's do this. Travis, thanks for being here, man.
How you doing?
Good, man. How you doing?
Good to see you.
All right. Well, where do we get started? What's the process?
Yeah, so usually the first thing I do when I start working with guys is we go through a style discovery process. And what I mean by that is one of the mistakes a lot of guys make is they tend to look at pictures of other people and try to recreate that outfit, but then it doesn't feel authentic to them.
Or I've been there before, man.
It doesn't feel like them. They feel like a poser, like they're wearing a mask or something like that. So I like to, this is our foundation. This is where we establish our why, our authentic self, and then we start building a wardrobe based on who you are. So the process that I like to do, I learned this from one of my style mentors. His name's Tanner Guzzi. He has what's called the style archetypes. And I've actually built on this a little bit, but for simplicity's sake, there's 4 archetypes. And there's the refined gentleman, there's the rugged gentleman, there's the rakish gentleman,
Ooh.
And then there's the rudimentary gentleman. So
cool names, by the way.
yeah, all ours. I did that on purpose.
Oh, really? I
Got
like that
alliteration going.
There
So let me kind of show you
Okay.
how this works a little bit. So if I were to draw like a 4x4 matrix here, so on the left side here we have refined. On the top up here we have rakish. And on the right side we have rudimentary. And on the bottom we have rugged. And I'll go into a little bit on each of these. So the refined guy, think Mad Men, think Don Draper, Suits, their Wall Street banker. This guy is usually influenced a lot by financial gain. He likes to show status with his clothing. And so when we shop for the refined gentleman, we're usually getting suits, we're usually getting ties, different things like that. And then you jump to the opposite side of this matrix and you have the rudimentary guy. This is the guy who is, I'm a t-shirt and jeans type of guy. I don't like to dress up. I like to keep it simple, rudimentary, the minimalist. He's got, 5 white t-shirts and like 3 pairs of the same pants, and he just wears that all the time.
Okay.
There's ways to build on that and make it look really good.
It sounds like, I'm trying to think, Steve Jobs, didn't he really simplify his wardrobe?
Yeah, we'll get to that. Steve, that's a little different because once you get up to like Mark Zuckerberg and Steve Jobs, they like to give off the message that they're approachable. That's why Steve Jobs always had the same uniform, the black turtleneck, the dad jeans, and the New Balance sneakers. So he wanted, even though he was the CEO of a multi-million-dollar company, he wanted to give off the impression that he's just an approachable dad that anyone can talk to. So we'll get into uniforms a little bit, but cool. That's a little separate from this. But if we go over to the rakish guy, so this is, think about a musician, a performer. He's wearing, Pharrell, or what was that? David Bowie.
Yeah.
Right. So they would wear, their body was almost like a canvas, and they would get very fashion forward. So they, when we see people walking on the runways, things like that, the extreme of that is like the rakish. They're using their body as a canvas and their clothing as the art.
Okay.
So That's up here.
That's cool.
And then the opposite of that is the rugged guy. So this is a guy, think about the outdoorsman.
I'm laughing because that's not me.
Yeah. So you're probably already getting an idea of where you're going to fall in this matrice. And keep in mind, you don't have to be at an extreme. You can be in between somewhere. Like for me, I'll show you where I fall.
Okay.
I'm a combination of rudimentary and rakish with a tiny bit of refined thrown in. So like I would probably fall like...
Oh, wow, you're versatile.
I would probably fall like right here. Like this is Travis. Because I like to keep things simple and minimalist, and I also like to wear leather and ripped jeans and Chelsea boots. So I'm pushing the rakish scale a little bit. And then I also like to dress up. And this is sort of an elevated casual outfit that I'm wearing now. A button down with a sweater, leather sneakers. So I do move over a little bit to the refined side.
Okay.
So if you had to pick where you would fall on here, where do you think you would fall?
The first two things I think about are refined and rudimentary. I say refined because I'm working with executives to set their business strategy. I'm in sales, right? So it's important to look refined, but at the same time, I don't want to be so over the top suits every day, all day. I want to be approachable because I'd like to think I want to be down to earth. So perhaps shifting closer to refined, yet also maintaining a rudimentary, approachable aspect. And I do like the idea of rakish, given that at heart, even though I'm in business, I'm a creative, right? I've got this channel. So that could be interesting to have a little touch of rakish. I'm not full out there, you know.
You don't have to be.
Those are the three. I'm not rugged. Like, do I look rugged?
Not right now.
Yeah, I could be.
Yeah.
You know, hey, so we'll see. And here's one thing, by the way, lifestyle-wise. I'm going to be in California. There's going to be some great hiking opportunities.
Okay.
So it could be, but that's more of a one-off. You see what I'm saying?
So we'll bring in, because that's the next piece, is I like to bring in, you know, where, like location, weather.
Oh, dude, like gym clothing, by the way.
Body type.
Thing.
Yeah, so we're going to take into account your body type, your hair color, your eye color. We're going to take into account the weather, where you're going to be living, your occupation. Like all of these things are going to play into the wardrobe we're going to build. But this is just like the foundation that we're going to build on top of.
If you can't tell, I'm already like a kid in a candy shop.
Yeah.
Your service is incredible, and let's dive in.
So I would throw you. So you say you want to be kind of in the middle of refined and rudimentary with a tiny bit of rakish thrown in.
Yeah.
So I would say let's put you right here.
Because I am quirky. I do have this artistic, quirky side, and my mom's a professional portrait painter. You get the point. Okay.
Yeah. So we might not get to the rakish today because this is going to be your 90% of what you wear. Yeah. But I can definitely make suggestions on pieces to throw in to get that little bit of rakish going on. But I say let's focus on building the bulk of your wardrobe between this refined and rudimentary.
Yeah, so let's think, like, I'm going to be traveling 3 times a month and mostly doing business engagements. So you're going to need to pack light, and you're going to need to make sure that everything matches, because you don't want to be, you know, packing 20 pieces of clothing in a suitcase that, you know, you're constantly traveling. We're going to get to a point where you can essentially throw 5 pieces of clothing in a suitcase and you can get 20 outfits from it. And that's partly why I came to you, right? Because putting together clothing before, it just was a lot of work.
Yeah.
I appreciate your simplifying things.
Yeah, you'll be able to close your eyes, walk into your wardrobe, grab anything, and you're going to know that it matches.
Awesome.
So speaking of wardrobe, I actually want to take a look at your wardrobe if you want to go there next.
Oh boy, I hope it's not too cringeworthy. Let's do it.
All right.
Travis, this is what we're working with now. Okay, tell me what you think.
Yeah, let's take a look in here. Yeah. So the goal right now, when we're going through the closet, everything needs to fall into that refined rudimentary, because you want to dress up, and then you also want to have some elevated casual looks to be a little more casual. And another thing we're going to be looking for is versatility. When we look at colors, when we look at how everything matches, because right now, if you were to close your eyes, and grab something in this wardrobe.
Okay, I'm gonna try.
Yeah, let's try it. It would probably.
I'm gonna go over here.
Yep.
Oh, what is that? Is that a hoodie?
Yep.
It's a Google hoodie.
It's a Google hoodie.
Look what we got.
So,
I got too much Google swag.
I know you work
It's
for
like-
Google. I wouldn't wear this to a sales meeting though.
Absolutely.
So let me just give you an example real quick.
Okay.
So like this piece. This is very rugged. It's flannel. There's a lot of pattern going on. You're not going to be able to match this with a lot of things. This is incredibly unversatile. What we're looking for with versatility are your navies, your solids. The less pattern, the more versatile it's going to be. And we're also looking for things to fit you really nicely. So for example, this shirt you're wearing from Lulu is really nice. I'm sure you drop, I don't know, $100 on it, 150 bucks maybe.
Money.
Lulu's nice.
I don't want to think about it.
But it actually doesn't fit you. You know, if you look where your shoulder is, this is your shoulder. Right here. And this is where your shoulder seam is. So this shirt actually is doing you a disservice because it's making you look probably a little scrawnier than you actually are. I know you got some muscle right here. What we do is, if we just size this shirt down, is it a large, extra large? If we just size this down one size, maybe two, you would start to, the fit would be better, it would be slimmer in your waist, it would be slimmer on your arms, you wouldn't have all this baggy stuff happening on your arms. So what we're looking for is versatility, fit for your body type, falling into the archetypes, and then making sure that it matches the weather that's going to be in LA and the goals that you're going to be pursuing while you're there. So
Perfect.
Trash.
All right.
Donate.
Damn.
Not trash. Donate.
Yeah. That's what's tough, Travis. I noticed I bought quality things that caught my eye, but
Yeah.
they just don't fit into the bigger picture.
That does-
So it's hard to let go of it. Even this.
The question to always ask is, would I buy this piece again at full price if I were in the store looking at it? And if the answer is probably not, maybe, I don't know, donate.
You know what I'm getting at? We know my channel, Pursuit of Possibility, it's a motivational channel. It's like sometimes you gotta let go of things you're attached to reinvent yourself and become your best self. So maybe this is an example. Anyways,
Yeah.
let's
keep going.
Let's keep.
This is nice. This can fit into the interchangeable wardrobe. It's a versatile color. There's not a lot of pattern going on. You got some micro patterns in here, but you can definitely fit. The only thing I'm worried about is how this fits you. So this is a piece, if it's a little too big and it's a little too baggy in the midsection, we could keep it and just get it tailored. And that way you already have this shirt. It saves you money in the long run. You don't have to buy new clothes for this. You can just get it tailored, have it fit you better, and then you can rock it in your interchangeable wardrobe. So I would put this in I don't know where you can put it. Maybe
How about right here?
Yeah,
For now.
For now, a tailored.
Yeah.
To tailor later.
Okay.
This polo, even though it's a solid color, it looks stretched out. It looks worn.
I've had it for a while.
It looks like it's a really thick cotton. What we want when we look for polos is something maybe a little lighter weight, especially because it's going to be beautiful year round, and something a little moisture wicking. So I would say, even though this is a great solid polo, it's probably not going to be the best option to fit into the interchangeable wardrobe. So I would say donate.
Okay. So this is a newer purchase.
Okay.
Over a break, actually.
So I'd be interested to see how this fits. But bright red is tough. It's one of those tough colors. Like when you're building an interchangeable wardrobe, we're going for versatile colors. So your navies, your khakis, your olives, maybe some burgundy. So burgundy versus bright red. This will be able to match a lot more seasons, a lot more outfits, versus wearing something like this is a very standout piece. So if you want to have something that pops, like this might be good,
Okay.
but it's not the best color to match with every single outfit you're going to be putting together, if that makes sense.
Okay.
And I would also be curious to see how this fits, because if you're buying this size in long sleeves that is not fitting perfectly on the shoulder, I'd be curious to know if this is the same.
And this is a large, so we can try these, try it on.
Yeah, we'll make another pile for try-ons.
Okay, great.
Try-ons. Right.
Got it.
What's going on here?
So, my favorite football team. I'm a Packer fan.
Well, we gotta keep this. We gotta keep this, right? Like this is for game day.
Yes.
You know, it's nice to have a few fun pieces. So,
Yeah.
well, I won't throw this away.
Thank
We'll
God.
keep this. Hang on to
Okay.
that. Go Texans.
Ah.
All right, man. So we've gotten rid of a lot of stuff, and now I want to look at your footwear. So you'll be, let's say, refined and rudimentary. So business meetings, walking into a sales meeting, meeting clients. Typically, what we're going to want is everything from casual all the way up to formal. And so I want to look at what you have right now.
Okay.
Can you pick up the pair of shoes that you wear to work like 90% of the time?
It's gonna be these bad boys.
Okay, so these are loafers, and if you actually look on the bottom here, there's a lot of like rubber grip. Yeah, so these are actually driving shoes, which is a thing. Like shoes are made just for driving. There's a grip on here to like drive a car, not slip.
Yeah.
Not the most formal. I wouldn't wear these to like a business meeting. Honestly, what I would wear, there's a pair of shoes here that I saw. So these are wingtips, and they're derbies. And
Okay.
so, and then there's also some broguing. So have you ever seen the movie Kingsman?
I have. Great movie.
Do you remember the scene where he says, Oxfords, not brogues? Where that's like his secret.
I think I remember that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a little shoe lesson really fast is that in Oxford, and they actually made a mistake in the movie. He said in Oxford is any shoe with open lacing. That's actually incorrect. In Oxford is any shoe with a closed lacing system. And what I mean by that is this top quarter here it goes over the vamp of the shoe, and that's an open lacing system. So if this were to be reversed and this quarter, the vamp goes over the quarter here, then that would be an Oxford. And actually, here's a good example of the difference between an Oxford and a derby. So do you see how the vamp goes over the top quarter here, and then how it's reversed? So this is an Oxford, and this is a derby. So, and then brogue, all brogue are these decorative perforations in a shoe. That's all brogues are. So when he says Oxford, not brogues, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, just because broguing can be on an Oxford or a derby. It doesn't really matter. But what I think he was getting at was like Oxford, not brogues, is typically what people, when they see a shoe with perforations or something like that, they just say, oh, those are my brogues. And typically Oxfords are more formal and they don't have a lot of broguing in them.
Okay.
So I think that's what he meant, that Oxford's not brogue. But that's the difference between an Oxford. So these are going to be less casual. So these you'll probably wear when you dress down. A button down, khakis, chinos, like I'm wearing burgundy chinos.
Mm-hmm.
These would be a great pair of shoes to wear with this. When you're dressing up in a navy suit, like maybe you got a really important investment meeting, you're looking
About
for
to
someone
close a
to
deal.
close a deal, you're wearing a suit, that's when you opt for the Oxfords. So this would be probably 90% of your casual, elevated casual, going to work, business casual. I would rock these. This is a great formality.
Okay.
I think we should also pick up a pair of double monk straps, because that's another super stylish casual footwear. It's a slide in, and you have straps and buckles that go over it. Whenever we get to the store later, I will show you what those look like. It looks like we have rubber soles instead of leather soles, and that's going to take away from the formality a little bit. Usually leather soles are a little more formal, and some shoe brands will put rubber grips on their leather just so you don't slip and slide all over the cement. But what we can look for is actually maybe a newer version of wingtips without as much broguing, and it can still be a derby, and we can have leather soles, and then a pair of double monk straps. We have one dark brown, one light brown, and you have one black. We can probably add a little bit of shine and restore these a little bit.
Okay.
But that should cover 90% of all of your shoe needs.
Great. So that's salvageable over there. Those.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then one other pair I might recommend is something like a white sneaker like I'm wearing, because this can be dressed with like a casual suit. You can like dress it down.
I like that. Okay.
And you can wear it with chinos, you can wear it with shorts, you can wear it with literally anything. And I wouldn't wear them to a business meeting, but if you're going to like a casual get together,
Or I'm going out in LA.
You're going out in LA, like white sneakers are a staple to have. The ones I'm wearing are Beckett Simonin. I really like their quality. They have Italian full grain leather, Margam soles that last a long time. So yeah, definitely we can look into some white sneakers as well.
Here's my concern.
Yep.
What if I stain these white shoes? You know, how do people?
Oh yeah.
Like, I bet a lot of people out there.
Yeah,
are worried about
Jason
that.
Mark leather shoe cleaner.
Okay.
Like it's really simple. They have you put hot water in a bowl. You put some Jason Mark in. You get a bristle brush, like horsehair or something that won't scratch the leather. Horsehair brush.
Wow.
And you just scrub and you keep them clean for a long time.
Okay. And do you scrub them every time you wear them, or how?
No, I would scrub them whenever you get some dirt, debris, dust, whatever gets on them. And another thing you can also preemptively buy is like a nanotech spray that is waterproof, dirt proof. It prevents it from even getting on your shoes in the first place.
Okay.
And you can just, so that as a preemptive measure, you can just spray that on your shoes and it'll protect it.
Cool.
Cool, so we got a plan for shoes. Let's get going. All right, man. So we just finished up with your closet. What would you call it? Destruction?
Yeah, you know, honestly, Travis, it felt a little like a breakup.
Yeah.
I had to break up with a lot of clothing items that were sentimental that I really liked, but I realized they didn't actually fit me.
Yeah,
That's
so
crazy.
let's talk about that for a second. What was like your biggest insight when we were going through and trying on all these pieces? Like what was the like a light bulb moment?
Just
for
with fit, the huge difference it can make visually when the shoulders are in line, when it's tight around the waist.
Not too tight. But
not too tight.
Yeah, but it drapes nicely.
And it's the right length of the arms. It all makes such a difference where it's not too tight, but it really fits like a glove. So that was a big thing. I learned a lot about shoes. You know, I actually turned out I had some shoe pairs that actually are worth keeping, but I learned how to take care of those shoes. Mm-hmm. And I also did find, even though I broke up with a lot of clothes, as I say jokingly, I have a good foundation of maybe 5 or more pieces that I can hang on to, and maybe I need to tailor to make a better fit. So I'm just super excited. I learned a lot, and I can't wait to see what we end up buying. Yeah,
it's amazing when you realize you've been dressing in the wrong size clothing your whole life, and what a subtle shift will do in the overall silhouette of just how your presentation comes off and your image comes off with just a few minor tweaks.
Totally. And what I learned, another thing that just came to me, is I had certain colors that just weren't versatile, and pieces that were nice on their own, but they didn't fit into a scalable whole.
Right.
Where you could mix and match. So that was another thing I just thought of.
Yeah, so when we shop today, the goal is not to buy outfits. So the goal is to buy individual versatile pieces. Because if you just shop for outfits, you're going to wear that outfit one time, and then you're going to throw it in your closet, and you're going to say, I don't know when to wear this outfit again. I don't want to wear the same outfit twice.
Yeah.
But if you buy versatile individual pieces, then all you'll have to do is mix and match everything, and it'll be good to go.
Totally. Well, hey, let's get shopping.
Let's do it.
Hey guys, thanks for coming on the journey. If you liked my content, if you liked the video, show some love and smash that subscribe. It's a small click for you that makes a big difference for me. And if you want to check out some more content and get some more doses of positivity, check out some of my other videos and tell me what you think in the comments. Love y'all. Peace.